Yes, what's up? What's up? Oh boy, guys, those were some matches today. Wow. Wouldn't have predicted some of those results at all. But before we get into the results, I'm just waiting to see, how many people are going to join the live stream and see what's going on. What's up, Adnan? How are you, man? How are you? Welcome to the stream. Argentina got baptized. Wow, yeah, they definitely did, man. Definitely did. 6-1. Wow. What a thrashing. What a thrashing. No one could have predicted that. I actually predicted, let me tell you my prediction for that match. Let me see. Let me find it. Argentina, Spain. I predicted a 2-1 win for Spain in that match. So I predicted a Spain win, but they did better. They had 4 more goals than I predicted. So pretty good job by Spain. We had Isco scoring a hat-trick. We had Iago Aspas bagging a goal. Diego Costa and I think Thiago Alcantara bagged a goal in that one. So Spain ran away with that game. Let me find the match and so we can talk about that match. Okay, Spain 6, Argentina 1. We had, yes, Diego Costa scoring first. Then we had Isco scoring in the 27th minute and the 52nd minute. And Thiago Alcantara in the 55th minute. Then Iago Aspas in the 73rd. And then to complete his first ever international hat-trick in the 74th minute. Nicolas Otamendi pegged one back early in the first half. I think it was actually, to make it 2-1. So the Man City man grabbed, a goal of his own. But it was just consolation in the end. 6-1. Whatever happened to the Argentinian defense? Like, it was absent today. Like, reminds me of, team like Arsenal when they're having a really bad day. Okay, what are you guys saying? What's up, man? What's up? Okay. Doing good. Okay, you guys watching the USA versus Paraguay. Yeah, that game is playing right now. We have Peru versus Iceland on right now. Peru already 1-0 up. Renato Tapia scored a goal. For that match, I predicted a 1-1 draw. So let's wait to see how that one would turn out. But let's talk about the Spain versus Argentina match first. That match deserves all the attention. Or most of the attention, by the way. But awesome, man. Spain, pretty good. Pretty good. Let me see. The Spain versus Germany was a draw. Yes, it was a draw. It was a 1-1 draw. So they're looking pretty solid going into the World Cup. Pretty solid. 1-1 draw versus the defending champions, Germany. And a 6-1 thrashing versus the 2-time world champions, Argentina. And last World Cup runners-up, Argentina. So heavyweights, man. Battle of the heavyweights, one of the best international matches played this year for sure. It was an international friendly, so there was a lot of, more substitutions were allowed. It was an experiment. It's experiments, so maybe we can't be too harsh on some of these teams, but it's a slight indication of what we could expect. Let's just say that. But Messi did not play the match today. He did not play the match versus Germany either. So, wow, I have a super chat. $4.99, Adnan. Thank you very much. My best super chat ever. Hopefully, I'll get more super chats in the future, especially when the World Cup comes around. So, Adnan says, I'm glad Nigeria got humbled by Serbia. They need to improve before the tournament. Group D is wide open between Argentina, Croatia, Iceland, and Nigeria. So thank you for chat. Donation, guys, follow suit. Oh, man, deal, $1.99. What is going on tonight? What is going on tonight with the super chats? Awesome, man. Thank you very much, Mandio. Thank you very much. For those of you guys who cannot donate, don't feel no way. It's fine. It's really fine. I appreciate it. But the Spain versus Argentina, man. No. Awesome. I did not watch the game. I was at work, guys. 12 hours. 2-hour shift today. Got up at 5 a.m. Went into work for 6:30. Well, I actually got up maybe like 5:30. You know, I steal an extra half hour every day. Went to work for 6:30 and didn't leave work till 6:23. Got home after 7. So I was busy all day, and plus I was at work and I'm writing material for the series and everything. So I've been really busy and I couldn't catch any of the matches, but Spain, they're looking really, really good. I want to take a look at the Spain lineup. I really want to talk about the Spain lineup and how good they're looking going into the World Cup. Okay, so let's take a look at that. The lineups for today's matches. Lopetegui, he played a 4-3-3. I love 4-3-3 formations. I absolutely love them. Pep Guardiola plays a 4-3-3, and I think Klopp plays a 4-3-3 sometimes. And I think sometimes Wenger does play a 4-3-3 at times. But anyways, 4-3-3, I love favorite formation ever. We had Gerard Piqué and Sergio Ramos. We had Carvajal and Jordi Alba, and all Real Madrid, Barcelona backline. Like, you can't get better than that. You really can't get better than that. Guys, I'll get to the comments very, very soon. So if you have something important to ask, just wait, save it for one second. You know, let me dissect this Spain squad right here. The lineup, it's really mouth-watering. All Barcelona and Real Madrid backline. Then we have David De Gea. He's arguably the best keeper in the world right now with Manuel Neuer absent for the season. Who else you put into that bracket, you know? But anyways, David De Gea have saved Man United on numerous occasions this season. So basically we have an the superstar backline. Then we have Koke, the Atletico Madrid man, Thiago Alcantara, Andres Iniesta in the midfield. We have Bayern Munich, Atletico Madrid, Barcelona in the midfield. Then we had Isco, Diego Costa, Marco Asensio. So we had, wait. We had all Atletico Madrid, Barcelona, and Real Madrid in the starting lineup with David De Gea being a Man United man. What a lineup by the Spain squad. On the bench for Spain, we had Nacho Fernandez. He's a Real Madrid man. We had Azpilicueta, Saul Niguez, Atletico Madrid. We had Rodrigo, I think he's Valencia. We had Hernandez. Who is he? I really don't know that guy. Anyway, we had Aritzala Balaga. He plays for Athletic Bilbao. Aritza Balaga. Kepa Aritza Balaga. He's a keeper. Then we have Lucas Vasquez. We had Adrio Zola. I don't know that guy. Iago Aspas was awesome today. What a striker he is. Then we had Dani Parejo. I think he's Valencia. Marcos Alonso, Chelsea. And Pepe Reina, the other backup keeper. What a squad. What a squad. What do you guys have to say about this Spain squad? Let me see what you guys are saying. Adnan said Spain's passing is crazy. Of course, with the likes of Iniesta in there, it's come on. They just ripped apart this Argentinian defense. I was like, okay, what's going on here? Is this schoolboy football I'm watching here? The highlights I'm talking about, the highlights. But Adnan says Argentina's coach is dumb for not calling up Icardi and Dybala. Thank you very much. Maybe like Dybala, maybe not Icardi. I haven't really watched a lot of Icardi, but Dybala, man. What a genius he is for such a young player. I really admire that guy. You know, his celebration and everything. I love him. I love Paulo Dybala. And maybe because I used him a lot in FIFA career mode. So he needs to pick Dybala. You saw that miss by Gonzalo Higuain? That's a lot of that happened at the last World Cup. So we don't want to, Argentina don't want a lot of that. Gonzalo Higuain needs to come good when he's needed, just like what he's been doing for Juventus in the Champions League. Will he come good at the World Cup? Let's just wait and see. But the Spain squad, man, the Spain squad, let me see what you guys saying here. Romario Jackson, said Spain hammer Argentina. I was like, WTF. Yes, they did. I was shocked. I was really shocked. I had people messaging me in Instagram telling me about what's going on. And I was like, wow. Amine Mukhtari is up in here. What's up, Amine Mukhtari? Haven't seen you in a while. We have Primetime Tristan's Football up in here. We had Donovan McCrabb up in here. What's up to everyone currently in the live stream? If you haven't smashed the thumbs up button, smash it right now. If you're watching the replay, smash the thumbs up button. Show your love for the series. Episode 22. I can't believe at episode 22 right now, 79 days to kick off. June 14th. Like, what a date, a big date. I'm actually going to get cable TV just for the World Cup, and after the World Cup, I'm going to cut it off. I'm going to get cable TV. You know, they always throw in the free DVR, everything in there, all the whole nice package so I could actually record the games. I'm going to actually have the whole 9. And then as soon as the World Cup is over, maybe 1 month after, I just press the delete button, cancel, you know. But anyways, Spain, man, they just ripped apart Argentina. Let's take a look at the Argentina squad. Let's take a look at the lineup and the formation that Jorge Sampaoli chose to play, the former Sevilla manager. He played a 4-2-3-1 formation. We have Sergio, is it Sergio his name is? Romero in the goal. We also had Caballero in the goal. Caballero, like most of the goals were scored on Caballero. I was like, what's going on here? Most of the ball, he was just standing up, watching the ball go into the back of the net. But we had, let me talk about the starting lineup for Argentina. We had Sergio Romero, Marcos Rojo, Nicolas Otamendi, Tagliafico, and Bustos. I'm not too familiar with Tagliafico and Bustos. These guys may be, you know, local players. Mascherano, Biglia in the midfield, central defensive midfield positions. Then we had Neza, Eva Benega, and Lo Celso. Benega is pretty good. Lo Celso, I've seen glimpses of brilliance from him for PSG. Meza, I don't know. And we had the veteran, former Real Madrid, Napoli, and now Juventus man, Gonzalo Higuain up top, who missed a sitter early in the game. On the bench, we had Mercado, Fazio, Paredes, Acuna, Guzman, Funes Mori. We had Perez, Angel Correa, Pavon, Lautaro Martinez, Willy Caballero, and Perotti. Some of these guys did not feature in the game, but the lineup isn't looking too good at all. I don't like. It's not solid. It's not solid. Look at the Spanish lineup. It's really solid. Like, you'd see names you could, you know, you recognize, and names you could say, yes, I have confidence in this team. But the Argentina squad, they need to work on the chemistry and pick the right lineup. Maybe we would get it at the World Cup. They are in Group D, my group of death, Adnan's group of death, a lot of people's group of death. And could they miss out? Could they flop? That's a big question we have to ask. Personally, as of right now, I don't think that Argentina is going to flop. I don't think so. I think the friendlies are, you know, experiments, and, you know, we really can't judge by the friendlies. We can, you know, use it to help us to make up our minds, to make our final predictions, but we really can't use them to judge the, you know, what's going to happen at the World Cup. What's going to happen at the World Cup will happen on the day of the match. Whatever predictions we make is what we think. You know, it's not because I make a prediction, I'm not saying it is going to happen. This is just a prediction. It's an opinion. It's a speculative, you know, opinion. You know, a lot of people get caught up in what I say, and, you know, it's only an opinion, a prediction. Oh, will Donald Trump become president for 4 more years? I could say yes, I could say no. It doesn't mean that it's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? And you should respect people's opinions. Like, I do respect all your opinions. That's why I say to leave them in the comment section down below. All right, let me see what you guys are saying right now. Whatever comments you have, let me see what you guys are saying in the comment section. I may have missed a lot of comments. We have Jonathan Duru up in here, Daniel Refi up in here. We have Renzo Vallejos up in here. I don't know what happened to them second half. Okay, who are you talking to? Okay, we have Romario Jackson. He said, to how Spain was on fire, the players were so angry, they started to play scrappy and angry, doing so much rubbish. Maybe. Definitely maybe. But I predicted a Spain win. It was a Spain win, but it was 6-0. 6-1, I mean, sorry, 6-1. So terrible performance by Argentina. I think the next set of fixtures will be early June, May. Not May. May, June, something like that. I'm not really sure, but I know there'll be a lot of fixtures early June before the World Cup. Those will be official World Cup warm-up matches, I think. But the next fixtures, let's move on. I don't want to make this stream 2 hours tonight. Let's move on to the next fixture, Brazil, or let's say Germany versus Brazil. Guys, I predicted a 1-0 win for Brazil. It's right here. I don't know if you can see it. I don't know. Oh, yeah, maybe you could see it. See that? Germany versus Brazil right there. Right there. Germany versus Brazil. Somewhere on the book. 1-0 I predicted. And guess what? 1-0. So another spot on prediction. Oh my God. You know, so 1-0 we had the goal by Gabriel Jesus. It was a very funny goal. He, I think, headed the ball, and Kevin Trapp, who was in goal for Germany, he hit it and it curled up over, and he tried to get it back, and he wasn't successful. It had already crossed the line. And Brazil went on to win the game. Germany had a lot of chances in that game. I saw the highlights. Germany had a lot of chances, you know, especially in the air. We had Mario Gomez, focal point up front. And then later on, we saw Sandro Wagner, similar player. But I think he might be a little bit more dynamic than Mario Gomez right now, since he's younger and everything. I think he's younger, right? Yeah, he is younger, slightly younger. But Germany failed to score. We had Leroy Sané playing today. We had Joshua Kimmich. We saw Julian Brandt. Let me take a look at the lineup so we could talk about this lineup, Germany and Brazil lineup right now, so we could see, you know, how they look going into the World Cup. Okay, Brazil versus Germany. Okay, 1-0. The stats. We had Germany boss in possession, 58% possession, Brazil 42. 13 shots by Germany, 10 shots by Brazil. Germany had 1 shot on target for the whole game. That's not good at all. Very poor. Very poor. Brazil had 3 shots on target. So there weren't a lot of... The goalkeepers weren't tested at all. Not at all. Alisson was hardly tested. Well, let me not say hardly tested, because he went for a lot of the crossings and stuff like that. So Thiago Silva was really good tonight. Today, as I should say, today. But it was, you know, they said it was the biggest game of the year, the biggest international match for this year, because of the stature of the two teams, you know. Both teams are the best in World Cup history. Brazil has 5 wins. Germany, they have 4. So 2 biggest teams in the world come up versus each other. You know, a big match, but 1 goal. 1 goal separated the 2 teams on the night, and it was not a very attractive goal. But let's take a look at the lineups, guys. Let's take a look at the lineups. You guys could chat with each other in the chat in the meantime, while, you know, I focus on just delivering this information right now. For Germany, Joachim Löw played a 4-2-3-1. The focal point up top. Mario Gomez, as I mentioned earlier, he chose to start Kevin Trapp in goal tonight. So maybe Kevin Trapp is not the number one goalkeeper. So maybe if Ter Stegen or Manuel Neuer was in goal, that goal wouldn't have occurred. Think about that. So it could have been a 0-0. You know, Kevin Trapp isn't even a number one for PSG right now. I think Alphonse Areola has leapfrogged him for the number one spot, I think. But we had Kimmich, Boateng, Rudiger, Plattenhardt. This is a different team than what played in the match versus Spain because Hummels didn't play, Hector didn't play, you know, so chopping and changing the team, experimented to find the right lineup for the 2018 World Cup. We had Ilkay Gundogan, you know, my boy Gundogan from Man City, Toni Kroos in the midfield, Leon Goretzka, Draxler, and Sane with Mario Gomez up top. Pretty solid squad. Pretty solid team. On the bench, we had Jonas Hector, Matthias Ginter, Max Hummels, Sami Khedira, Sandro Wagner, Timo Werner, Bernd Leno, Sebastian Rudy, Julian Brandt, Marc-Andre Ter Stegen, Lars Stindl, and Niklas Sula. So the squad is really good. It's good. And who knows? Would you guys like to see Marco Reus at the World Cup? He needs to be at the. Wasn't he injured for the last World Cup? Like, he always gets injured at the inopportune time, you know, like not good at all. I would love to see Marco Reus at the 2018 World Cup. Maybe they're taking, you know, preventative measures by not playing him right now so he can, you know, continue strengthening up his body playing for Borussia Dortmund. Is he even fit right now? I'm really not sure. I know he came back from a long injury layoff, but I don't know if he's fit right now. Will we see Götze at the World Cup? Will we see Andre Schürrle at the World Cup? I don't know. I really don't know if these guys who was at the 2014 World Cup will make it. Also, no Thomas Muller. I did not mention Thomas Muller, so he'll come back definitely. Big name in the squad. Very dangerous player. And there might be a few other players who might join the squad for the World Cup as well that I'm not mentioning right now. That is not coming to mind. So, Brazil, they had a 4-3-3. My formation, again, I love 4-3-3 formations. It's just the best formation, I think. I really think it is. We had Alisson Becker in goal. The highly targeted man. Liverpool wants him. A lot of other team wants him as well. We had Marcelo, Miranda, Thiago Silva, and Dani Alves in the back. We had Paulinho and Fernandinho playing just above Casemiro, the Real Madrid man. And we had Philip Coutinho, Gabriel Jesus, and Willian up top. What a deadly combination up top, man. What a deadly combination. I love it. Willian, his work rate is like on point. On the bench, we had Rodrigo Chao, Ismaili. We had Douglas Costa, Renato Augusto, Fred, Marquinhos, Neto, Firmino, Fagner, Moraes, that's Edison, Tyson, and Willian Jose. On the lineup right now, it is showing that Brazil only made one substitution. That is interesting. That is really interesting. One substitution. And they could have made like 7 or so, or 6, something, or 5. And they made 1. That's what it's showing right now. That is interesting. That is definitely interesting. But Brazil, they're looking really good. Germany looking really good as well. Germany, a loss and a draw. Brazil, 2 wins in these 2 fixtures. So they will be the happier the team. They will be the happier of the 2 teams going into the World Cup. But don't trust Germany. Never trust Germany at all. Very deceptive. When you think, oh, nah, let me take my eyes off Germany. Yeah, they come back to bite you. Remember the Confederations Cup when they sent that B team and came back. Or let's say a C team and came back and won the thing. You know, we had Mexico, Portugal up in there, Chile, and they couldn't topple a German C team. Remember that. So don't take your eyes off the Germans. Let's move on to one of the more low-profile fixtures, which will be, let's talk about Senegal versus Bosnia and Herzegovina. I think that game ended in a draw. A draw. I predicted a win for Senegal. This game ended in a 0-0 draw, so I got that prediction wrong. Let me see what went on in that match. Senegal versus Bosnia. As you guys should know, Bosnia did not make it to the 2018 World Cup. Senegal made a reappearance since 2002 when they got all the way to the quarterfinals. So will Senegal impress again at the 2018 World Cup? They have a tricky group. They have Poland, they have Colombia, and they have Japan to contest with. Group H. I'm now remembering Group H. You know, it's the last group. Very, very hard to remember. So Senegal versus Bosnia. Let me take a look. This will be a quick run through of this match, guys. Okay. We had Sadio Mane playing today. Okay. We had Meram Diouf and Moussa Sow up front. We had, okay, Traore, okay, Jilabaji. All right. Team not too bad, not too bad. On the bench, we had Niang. We had Ismail Issa. We had Niasse. Okay, team not too shabby, not too shabby. You know, but they weren't able to get past Bosnia. In the other fixture, Senegal, they played Uzbekistan and they played to a 1-1 draw. So that's 2 draws by Senegal. So, you know, we really can't tell how they would do in that group at all. It's very, very tricky. It's a hard prediction to make. It's a hard call to make. Am I going to eliminate Senegal at the group stages, or am I going to predict them to advance to the round of 16? You guys just have to wait for that prediction. But Bosnia, they had Edin Dzeko, Miralem Pjanic, they had Kojo. These are some of the names that I know. Sead Kolasinac. I don't really know much more of the players from Bosnia, though. Don't really know much more of the players. So, really good result, by the way. So, I did not get that prediction right. Let me read some comments. What are you guys saying? Okay. The teams of Group H were disappointing this time. Just Colombia deserved to get to the round of 16. Colombia looked really good versus France, coming back from that, you know, being 2-0 down, coming back to win 3-2. Awesome. Very, very awesome. So, that's it for the Senegal versus Bosnia and Herzegovina. Okay? Awesome country, right? The name, Herzegovina. Okay. Okay, for the next match, Denmark versus Chile. I predicted a 2-1 win for Chile after they achieved a win versus, I think they played Sweden, and it was a 2-1 win. Yes, Sweden versus Chile. I actually had predicted a 2-1 win. It was, let me see. Yeah, I think it was a 2-1 win. I think we had Vidal scoring a really nice goal. Was it Vidal? And Toivonen scored and someone else scored. So was it a 2-1 win? Anyways, let's move on. Denmark versus Chile. All right, Denmark versus Chile. Let me get that match up. Denmark versus Chile. Bear with me, guys. Okay, 0-0. 0-0 draw. We had Chile with 62% possession. Denmark only 38. Not good at all, but they still managed to scrape a draw. Denmark had the most shots, though. 11 shots, 5 on target. Chile had 10 shots, 4 on target. Denmark, 17 fouls, plays 9. So Denmark was really, really physical with the Chileans. So that's a good sign. Definitely a good sign going into the World Cup. For the lineups for Denmark, they had Kasper Schmeichel in goal. We had Simon Kjær. We had, these are the names I recognize. Christian Eriksen, Pione Sisto, who is one of my favorite players from the Danish squad. Nicholas Bentner. Who else did we have coming off the bench for? We had Victor Fischer, Yusuf Poulsen, Martin Broadway coming off the bench. Denmark, they're looking good. Do not take your eyes off Denmark. I really like that team. And from what they did versus Ireland in the Euro playoffs, oh my God, guys, do not take your eyes off Denmark. Remember, I told you that. Okay? They are in Group C with France, Peru, and Australia. And do you guys think that Denmark will get out of Group C? Let me know in the chat. What are you guys saying about Denmark? Because I'm rating Denmark very, very highly. They will need a fit Christian Eriksen, though. They need him to be fit, and they need him to be firing on all 8 cylinders. Okay? 8. 8, not 6, not 4, 8 cylinders. All right, so Denmark. Danny Referee said Denmark is stronger than Peru. Okay, Lucas said, no, Peru would advance. It's really tricky with Peru because they're ranked 11th. They're ranked 11th, and it's really hard to predict because you want Peru to go through. They have been absent since 1982. You want them to go through. Then you want Denmark to go through because the Danish team has promised so much since early 90s, and, you know, when they won the Euros, and, you know, Denmark has underachieved so much at the World Cup. So we want them to do well. France, look at the squad. So awesome. You know, we will get to the French squad just now. So awesome. And you want them to do well as well. Australia is the odd team out. Let's be fair. I know a lot of people say, oh, you don't like Australia. I have nothing against any country. I don't owe any country nothing. Okay? So a lot of people say, oh, you don't like this country. I have nothing against any country. The only countries I owe something to are the USA, the country of my citizenship, and St. Vincent and the Grenadines, the country of my birth. All the other countries, I don't owe anything at all. So my comments towards, you know, a football team you don't need to take it personal at all. A lot of people getting carried away sometimes in the comment section. Just wanted to mention that. But Denmark versus Chile. Chile will not be at the 2018 World Cup, but Denmark will be. I'm leaning towards a Denmark to get out of that group. Really. I eliminated Australia, and there'll be 3 more teams. 1 team will be eliminated, 2 will go through. Who will that team be? Just have to wait. It's a series. A lot more episodes left to come. Let's move on to the next match, guys. Japan versus Ukraine. I predicted a 1-0 win for Ukraine. So let's take a look at the results. Let me find the Japan versus Ukraine on this list. It was a 2-1 win for Ukraine. So I got that prediction right. Let me see. We had a goal by Rakitsky. And then let me see. No, maybe this is not too correct. Let me check the other thing I was using, because this is giving me some other stuff, man, that is not correct. Okay, let me see. Japan versus Ukraine. All right. Japan versus Ukraine, guys, as you should know, Japan is in Group H along with Senegal, Poland, and Colombia. Okay, have to remember that. We had a goal by an own goal by Ueda in the 21st minute, and then Japan equalized through Makino, and then Karavayev, he scored the winner for Ukraine. So pretty good result for the team who won't be at the World Cup. They missed out. They were in the same group as Iceland, Croatia, Turkey. So it was a pretty tough qualifying group for Ukraine. And we had guys like Konoplyanka. How good was Konoplyanka for Sevilla? He just disappeared since he went to Schalke. Like, why did he move to Schalke? I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know the reasoning behind it. Maybe it's for money. But we had Zinchenko in there. We had Marlos, the Brazilian-born, naturalized Ukrainian citizen. Marlos was up in there. So the squad is looking good. We have Stefanenko, pretty familiar name in the midfield. Rakitsky, Odets. I know these guys. We had Piotov in goal as usual. No Yarmolenko. Is he injured? Maybe he's injured. But we had guys like Kravitz on the bench. I know these guys. But for Japan, I'm really not familiar with a lot of these Japanese Japanese players. But we had Honda, Hasebe. I know these guys. Sakai, Nagatomo. But what am I saying? But Japan, I'm already eliminating Japan from Group H. So I'm not going to dig too much into the Japanese squad. So I got that prediction right, Ukraine versus Japan. So let's move on to the next one. And it's a big one, guys. Remember, if you haven't smashed the thumbs up button yet, make sure you do. All right, the next one, Russia versus France. I predicted a 2-0 win for France. It ended in a 3-1 win. I saw the highlights for that match. Okay, let me find the lineup so we can talk about all of that good stuff. And the mouth-watering French lineup. It's awesome. It's really awesome. The two flags, fun fact, the two flags, France and Russian flags, have the same colors, but one's diagonal and one's vertical and one's horizontal. I said diagonal. Like, what am I thinking? Horizontal for Russia and vertical white, blue, white, and red for France. So the lineups, okay, let me just name some quick stats. We had 50% possession. So the game was pretty even. 14 shots from France. You expect that, more attacking players. 8 shots from Russia, the host of the World Cup. 22 fouls for Russia. They were pretty physical versus the French team. And, you know, pretty physical match. So the lineups for Russia, they play a 3-5-2. I don't really like this. I don't like this formation at all. Portugal plays a similar formation with Ronaldo up top. They have 2 up top with Miranchuk, I don't know that guy, and Fyodor Smolov, who bagged the only goal for Russia in this match. We had Granat Neustetter and Kudry Ashkov. Oh, I really can't say that name. In the defense, we had Samedov, Jagoev, Golovin, Zherkov, and Yerokin in the midfield. I'm familiar with some of these names, so the Russian squad isn't too bad, you know. They're not a bad football team, but they're just not a team who are going to convince you to predict them to go through to the round of 16, you know. It's hard. It's really hard. It's really, really hard to predict them going through, you know. I think I can't remember from my top of my head. I can't remember if USA advanced from the round of 16 when they hosted the World Cup. But I know France, they won the 1998 World Cup that they hosted. Japan and Korea, all, you know, Japan got to the round of 16. Korea placed 4th at the World Cup they hosted. Germany, I think they got to the quarterfinals, I think, the World Cup they hosted. South Africa did not get out the group. And Brazil, they placed 4th. So could Russia pull off a South Africa and not get out of their group? It's quite possible. Quite possible. They are in Group 8, Egypt, who I think, I will get to the Egypt games, but I think they lost their 2 games in this current international break. Both games, but definitely don't take your eyes off Egypt at all. Or maybe you can. Maybe you can. Maybe Salah's brilliance in the Champions League and the Premier League could just, you know, fool us. Could it fool us? Could it be Russia and Uruguay? Because I'm writing off Saudi Arabia. We will get to Saudi Arabia again. We will chew them up just now. Don't wait for it. We will definitely chew Saudi Arabia up. I'm going to say South America. But anyways, for France, Guess what is their formation? A 4-3-3. Okay? 4-3-3. We had Hugo Lloris in goal. We had Lucas Hernandez, left back, Umtiti Koscielny, and Pavard. I'm not familiar with the Pavard fellow, but I will have to do some research on him. We had Adrien Rabiot, N'Golo Kante, and Paul Pogba in the midfield. Up top, we had Martial, Kylian Mbappe, and Ousmane Dembele. Oh, my goodness. What a lineup. What a front three. Griezmann wasn't even in there. Giroud wasn't even in there, but it's experimental. So, you know, okay. On the bench for France, we had Kimpembe, Varane, Griezmann, Thomas Lemar, who scored a brilliant goal in the first match. Then we had Olivier Giroud, Corentin Tolisso, who I admire a lot, Matuidi, who was awesome in the game, Steve Mandanda, Lucas Digne, Djibril Sidibé, Alphonse Areola, and Ben Yedder, who did not get a sweat across the two legs. I can't remember if he played in the first match, but, you know, pretty good experience for Ben Yedder integrating into the squad. I did not talk about the Russian bench, but I really shouldn't. I really shouldn't. But Didier Deschamps, the French manager, head coach, he should be really happy. Remember, guys, Didier Deschamps won the World Cup in 1998 as the captain of France. Remember that. Could he win it as head coach? We will just have to wait and see. But in this match, we had a brace by Kylian Mbappe and a beautiful free kick by Paul Pogba. He really enjoyed it. He had something written on his shirt. I didn't really see what he had written on his underneath his shirt, but he really enjoyed that goal. It was an awesome free kick, and it reminded us of what Paul Pogba is capable of. France need Paul Pogba at his best in order to succeed at this World Cup. France need him. Kylian Mbappe, he was awesome. He was awesome for that first goal when he went around the Russian, like I think 2 defenders, put it past the goalkeeper. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. The second goal, you see that pass by Matuidi, and then you see what Kylian Mbappe did to that Russian defender to put it past, and then I think he nutmegged the goalkeeper. Oh my God, that was awesome. That was awesome. Could Kylian Mbappe win Best Young Player at the 2018 World Cup? If France gets far, I think he can be one of the candidates. Also, Ousmane Dembele. What are your thoughts on that? Let me know in the comment section. Okay. Let me know. All right. Billy Boy said they're not showing it. Okay, I don't know. A lot of people might think this is a highlights package. Not a highlight package. This is actually providing, you know, insight. Something that a lot of people don't want to do, you know. A lot of people just like to upload highlights. I can't do that because I value the channel a lot, and I really can't risk uploading the highlights because channel will get deleted. So what do you guys think about the French squad and their performance? What do you guys think? Let me know in the chat, please. Let me know in the chat. So France has bounced back after their horrendous showing versus Colombia after, you know, giving up a 2-0 lead. You know, so not good at all in that first match, but they were brilliant in the second match. It just shows us how, you know, up and down they are. Very mercurial team. So we have Daniel Refi said, Dama, are you going to watch every single game of the World Cup? I'm going to attempt to watch as many games as I can. I have a full-time job, and I still have to do overtime and all that kind of stuff in order to pay the bills, definitely. But I will be covering every game. I will be saying something about every game. I want to actually do a preview about every single game. Like, okay, opening match, Russia versus Saudi Arabia. I want to make at least a 3-minute video talking about that, put it up on the channel. You know, maybe I will have a World Cup series going on. I don't know as yet. You know, I have to brainstorm a lot of things, but France prevailed versus Russia. Russia not looking too good at all. Going into the World Cup, lost both games versus France and Brazil. So could they get out of Group A? Let me know your thoughts in the chat. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below if you're watching the replay. So the next fixture, let's talk about the next fixture. I really don't know if that let me find out and see if that match was played. I want to talk about the Colombia fixture. Okay, Colombia, where's that at? Colombia versus Australia. Okay. All right. That one is a big surprise. We won't have to talk too much about that. We won't have to go too much in depth. But Colombia, I predicted a 3-1 win versus Australia. You know, Colombia, they are in Group H alongside Poland, Senegal, and Japan. They're looking like strong contenders to get out of that group. Australia, however, they are in Group C alongside Peru, Denmark, and France, and I eliminated them already. But big result, 0-0 versus Colombia. Big result. So could Australia start, you know, to convince us, you know, that they might challenge to get out the group? Are they? You know, so my mind is still made up. My mind is still made up, but that was a really good result for Australia, though. 0-0 after predicting that they will lose 3-1. So good luck to both teams going into the World Cup. Definitely, you know, Colombia had a really nice run at the 2014 World Cup. We saw a lot of breakout stars, Juan Cuadrado. We saw James Rodriguez getting a big move from, I think, he was at Monaco or Porto, one of those teams. He played for both of those teams, but he got a big move to Real Madrid. He was Golden Boot winner and everything. So, and a lot of players benefited from that golden run at the 2014 World Cup. So, could we see them have a glorious run again? Let me know your thoughts in the chat as usual. Let's move on to the next one. This is a big one, guys. We had Belgium versus Saudi Arabia. I predicted a 3-0 win for Belgium, guys, and it was a 4-0 thrashing. It was like, what am I seeing here? While watching the highlights, I'm like, what's going on with the Saudi Arabian team here? Like, they were all over. The defense was all over the place. And Romelu Lukaku and Kevin De Bruyne and Eden Hazard, they just rip them apart. They just rip them apart. Let's take a look at the Belgium squad. The squad is awesome. It's, you know, alongside the French squad, the Spain squad, Brazilian squad, German squad, the Belgium squad is one of the most attractive ones to look at on paper. So let's take a look at Belgium squad. Okay, Belgium versus Saudi Arabia, 4-0. Let's look at the stats. 45% possession for Saudi Arabia, 55 for Belgium. Not bad possession-wise, but Saudi Arabia didn't do much with theirs. We had, hear this. We had 28 shots at goal. 28 shots for Belgium comparing to Saudi Arabia's 5. Belgium had 13 on target. Saudi Arabia had 1. Whoa, one-sided. We had 9 fouls by Belgium, 10 fouls from Saudi Arabia, and, you know, it was pretty straightforward win for Belgium, man. They looked really good. The lineup for Belgium, they play a 3-4-3, similar to a 4-3-3, similar because they play wing backs instead of playing conventional fullbacks. It's, you know, so we had for the lineup, we had Simon Mignolet in goal. I think, is Thibaut Courtois injured right now? Or maybe he's injured from the nutmegs he received from Messi, you know, when his legs split open. Maybe he's still suffering from that. Okay, we had Mignolet in goal. Toby Alderweireld. It was nice to see Vincent Kompany in the back line as well, and Jan Vertonghen, Tottenham Hotspur man. We had Thomas Meunier at right back. We had Kevin De Bruyne, Axel Witsel, the man who moved to China, still making it to the Belgium squad. We had Yannick Ferreira Carrasco, just moved to China, still in the Belgium squad. So it doesn't mean a lot if you move to China. I think Belgium are respecting the players' choices, you know. Eden Hazard, Romelu Lukaku, Andries Mertens, who has been on fire for Napoli for quite a few seasons, or maybe the last few seasons. But what a lineup. And on the bench, hear the bench. Just listen to the bench. We had Sells. I don't know who Sells is. I think he's a goalkeeper. Thomas Van Molen, Marouane Fellaini. We had Kevin Mirallas, Castiles, Torgan Hazard, Divock Origi. Remember Divock Origi? Origi, yes, Origi. Rajan Niangolan, Moussa Dembele, Yuri Tillemans, Michy Batshuayi. We had Simon, we had Boyata, Dendonka, and Limbombe. I saw him on the field. I was like, who is this Limbombe guy? Limbombe. Nice name, right? For Saudi Arabia, we had Salem Al-Dosari playing. We had Al-Salawi. We had Fahad Al-Mualad. We had Al-Jassim playing. We had Osama Hassawi, some of the more recognizable names to me. And on the bench, we had Yahya Al-Sheri on the bench as well. We had Yasser Al-Sharani on the bench. Those are the names that I really know. So I really can't call out these names. There are a lot of Al this and Al that, you know. But Saudi Arabia plays a 4-3-3 formation as well. So not bad at all. Not bad. I think they let me see, the last game versus Ukraine, they had a 1-1 draw, so not bad at all by Saudi Arabia. But this game, terrible, terrible. They were just broken down. They were broken down. Broken down. Embarrassing performance. One thing I can remember from the highlights, Lukaku's goals were really nice, and I think Kevin De Bruyne scored one as well. But the Batshuayi goal, oh man, that was nice. That was really nice, and I think he's achieving what he set out to do when he left Chelsea to go to Dortmund. I think he has like 8 goals in 11 appearances so far, so he has been doing really good. He will be at the World Cup. He will be at the World Cup, and he has shown us and he has shown Roberto Martinez that he deserves a place at the grand event, the world's biggest event, the FIFA World Cup. So 4-0, Belgium, one of the contenders to win the World Cup. We are saying this again. Could they do it? Could they do it? It would be awesome to see a new team win it. We have only seen, I think, 8 teams win the World Cup. That's not enough at all. 20 World Cups, only 8 winners. Not good. Only from South America and Europe. Not good. Not good at all. Brazil, Argentina, Uruguay, England, Spain, Italy, France, Germany. Who else has won the World Cup? But, guys, man, Belgium, one of the new, if a new team has to win the World Cup, it definitely will be Belgium or Portugal or Poland or Denmark. One of these teams. Or could we see Peru? Maybe, never know. I laugh, but you never know. Or could we see the first African team to lift it? Anyways, let's move on to the next fixture. We have a lot of fixtures to go through. And, oh boy, a lot of fixtures to go through. Let's talk about the Egypt versus Greece. I predicted a 1-0 win for Egypt. I think this match ended in a 1-0 win for Greece. Let me check and confirm that. Let me confirm. Yes, 1-0 win for Greece. Let me see who scored a goal for Greece. They didn't give me any of that info. But 1-0 win for Greece. Greece will not be at the World Cup. They made it to the European playoffs, but they failed to get past Croatia. So Egypt, they have lost both matches. Not good, but still there is a big threat, and his name is Mohamed Salah. So we have to look out for that. I'm not going to spend too long on this. Egypt, they are in Group A, as we know, with Saudi Arabia, Russia, and Uruguay. Do you guys think they got what it takes? Let me take a look at the comment section. I'm not ignoring you guys, okay? Moby said Egypt needs to step their game up. They definitely need to step their game up. We need more players to step their game up. More players, not Mohamed Salah alone. We need more players. Young Ramadan Sobi needs to step up if he gets the opportunity. Mohamed El Neni needs to step up. El Shahat needs to step up. And a lot of these other guys on the, you know, experienced guys on the team. Every time I do a live stream, I have a bottle of water. And I think I'm drinking a lot of water, but I'm actually not. The water is still like right there. Let me hydrate. Let me hydrate. Okay. Jonathan Duru said Egypt needs more offense. We need more help in the offense. Daniel Refi said Nicholas Kerelis scored for Greece. Thank you very much, Daniel Refi. Thank you very much. We had Lucas said I miss Abu Trika and Mido. Okay, I don't know what you're talking about there. Anyways, let's move on to the next fixture, and this one is a big one. It's a big one. Switzerland versus Panama. Switzerland versus Panama. Switzerland, they are in Group E. I think that's Brazil's group with Switzerland, Brazil, Switzerland, Brazil, Serbia, and wait. Damn, I forgot that group. But anyways, Switzerland versus Panama. Switzerland versus Panama. That game ended, I think that was 6-0. 6-0. What a thrashing. 6-0. I saw the highlights for that, and the Swiss were having a lot of fun. A lot of fun, man. Let me get to that game so I can get the lineup and we could talk about that match pretty quick. I don't have all that stuff in my head, so I definitely have to find the match on the, you know, I have to Google it. Okay. So for Switzerland, 6-0, man. 6-0. Panama, they lost. They lost to Denmark 1-0. So I don't know if they're tired or something, because, you know, the players were playing for the various clubs and they came, you know, play for Panama, you know, and then they playing versus Switzerland. They looked horrible, horrendous. I'm telling you, I don't know what the defenders were doing. I don't know what that, what's his name again? Let me tell you his name. Ramon Torres. I don't know what, he was horrible tonight. Horrible. They had one guy who looked good. The number 9 player. He looked really good. He sent off a couple shots that looked really good. So that's a bright spot for them there. But I have already knocked Panama out the World Cup. I don't think they will get out of their group. They have England, Tunisia, and Belgium to contest with at the World Cup. And I don't think they are going to get past them at all. I really don't think so. For Switzerland, the goals, we had Gemaili scoring in the 22nd minute. Then we had Granit Xhaka putting away a penalty in the 31st minute. Then we had Breel Embolo, the youngster, scoring in the 33rd. So these goals were like back-to-back. They had Juba scoring in the 39th minute. So that was 4 first-half goals. And in the second half, we had Josep Dermich and Fabian Fay scoring in the 68th minute. The goals were brilliant to watch, and the Swiss team are looking good. They're looking really good, I must say. Really looking good. And on the bench for them, they have Jan Sommer, Lichtsteiner. They have Freuler. They have Seferovic. They have what's his name? Rodriguez, his name, who plays for AC Milan. Fabian Fry. Oh, yeah, I already talked about Fabian Fry. But these guys, Fabian Shaw, a lot of the guys who came off the bench scored as well. So Switzerland, they are looking really good. Really good, man. Give me 1 second. I need to find something. Okay. So, yes, Switzerland, Group E. I can't remember all the groups I'm getting to, you know, Switzerland. They are in Group E, Brazil, Costa Rica, and Serbia. I don't know what I was thinking earlier, but, you know, a long day, long day. Remember, 12-hour day at work today, guys. So, who are you predicting to get out of Group E? Brazil, Switzerland, or Brazil, Costa Rica, Brazil, Serbia? What's your predictions for this, guys? Brazil is definitely getting out the group. No way they're not going to get out the group. No way. No way. Who would be so mad to predict that? Definitely would be mad. Okay, Lucas said Brazil and Serbia. Brazil and Swiss, said Daniel Refi. Okay, Brazil and maybe Serbia. Brazil, Swiss, said AVJ 1 to 3. What's up, by the way, AVJ 1 to 3? EFJ is up in here. What's up, EFJ? The man from New York City. What's up? Welcome to the chat. We have Kojo Ashia Day up in here. Welcome to the chat, Kojo. Thank you very much for joining us, man. Guys, if you haven't smashed the thumbs up button, make sure you smash it up. All right. So let's move on from this Switzerland versus Panama fixture. We have quite a few more to go through. Let me run through the next one. Okay, Iran versus Algeria. I predicted a 2-1 win for Algeria, and I think Iran, like, whip them really bad. Whip them. Let me find that match so I could talk a little about that match. Iran versus Algeria, 2-1 win. We had goals by Iran's two best player, in my opinion. In my opinion, I just seen the names and I'm like, yeah, I can recognize these names. Sada Azmoun, who plays his football in Russia, so that will be beneficial for the Iranian team, and Taremi, who plays for a Qatari team, I think. He's really good. So these guys are the two best players on the team. They scored early in the first half, and then we had Shafai scoring for Algeria in the 56th minute. Let me take a look at the Algerian lineup to see what kind of squad they sent out. See if I know any of these names. Okay. Okay. We had what? This is not the real Mahrez. This thing is showing that Mahrez played in the as a defender. No, wait. Mahrez played as a defender. Nah. This thing, they probably got this thing all wrong. They probably got it wrong. But in the lineup right here that I'm looking at, it said that Mahrez was playing as a defender. Is he? Nah, something is wrong there. Something is definitely wrong. Something is definitely wrong. Or maybe this is something is definitely wrong. Okay, so Danny Refi said yours is probably wrong. What is wrong? What are you talking about? All right, we have Strike with Sid. I remember your old name, Strike with Sid. Supreme J's. What's up, Sid? Welcome to the stream, man. Welcome to the stream. Oh, man. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, but Algeria, man, I don't know what happened to them. Really don't know what happened to them. They were such a good team on paper, but they really flopped it out in the World Cup qualifiers. But for Iran, Azmoun and Taremi, look out for those two guys. And I don't know any of the other names on the teams. And I'm not going to try to say the names of the Iranian players. They're like really hard to say. Really hard to say. Jahan Baksh. Really not going to go into these names. Jahan Baksh. Yes, that I already said. Jahan Baksh. Definitely not going to go into this. But guys, I've already written off Iran, okay? I've written them off in Group B. They have Spain, Portugal, and Morocco to contest with. Could they prove me wrong? I want them to prove me wrong. This is only my thoughts, my opinions. It does not mean that Iran is going to fail. They can shock. They can shock at the World Cup. they can definitely shock. But guys, we need to remember that Iran has one World Cup win. One. Okay? It happened in 1998 versus the USA. One win. One win. The first debuted in 1978. And during that qualifiers, they were really, really good. Really, really good. 0 losses, only conceded 3 goals. And, you know, guys, the only reason I know all this is I'm currently doing some research for a future episode on Iran. And Iran is in it. So that's why I know all this information. But anyways, could Iran, you know, achieve another win at the World Cup? They have only 1 World Cup win. They are one of the worst World Cup teams. You know, they're not one of the worst teams, but when it comes to the World Cup, they haven't been doing well at all. But for qualifiers, Iran has always done well. But I don't know if they get stage fright or something. Will Iran perform better at the 2018 World Cup? Let me know in the chat. What do you guys think about Iran? What do you guys think? We have Rayshawn Patterson up in here. What's up, Rayshawn? Okay, Iran has the best Asian team, but Group B is hard. Yeah, maybe they would have favored a Group H, maybe, you know, and not Group B. Let's say that. Maybe they would have switched it with Japan, you know, put Japan in Group B, put Iran in Group H. Would they have fared better? I don't know. I really don't know. Really, really don't know. Okay, so Jonathan Duru said Iran is the only Asian team that can do something. I think anything could happen at the World Cup, fellas. Anything could happen, but we have to make our predictions. It's only our predictions. I'm only one guy. I do not control what happens on the field. I could only say what I think might happen. It's a speculation, opinion, calculative prediction about what could happen at the World Cup, you know, and we just like to just gather around and talk about these things. That's what we do, you know. It's like having a conversation in real life. Like there's this guy at work that I see every time I see him, I stop, we talk about football, and it's fun. That's what we're doing right here, you know. So, you know, we have to agree to disagree. We have to agree to disagree. Definitely, a lot of people get caught up in their feelings in the comment section, you know. Like, I really don't know what's wrong with people sometimes, you know. Like, I eliminated, I want to talk about this real quick before I move on to the next fixture. I eliminated 8 teams, okay? And I mentioned the FIFA World Rankings in it just to give you some little information. And I mentioned numerous times during the video that it had nothing to do with why I eliminated the teams, you know, or why I think they won't make it to the round of 16. I said it many times, but people don't listen. People just watch the video and they hear something and they just quick to comment without watching the whole video, without enjoying the creative content. It's not only about, my videos are not only about what I'm saying, it's about the creativity and the work that I put into the video. The football is what it's about, but I try to do it with a really creative twist. If you haven't noticed, you know, and I've spoken about the rankings, and I said that the rankings doesn't, you know, sway my decision. I just put the rankings in there for fun. You know what I mean? To just give you guys an info of how the teams are ranked or what they're looking like going into the World Cup. And some guy had to comment saying that, you know, oh, I shouldn't base my predictions on the rankings. I should do more research on the teams. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Watch the video before you comment. Simple. Simple, man. Simple. And guys, don't forget, there are bloopers at the end of each episode. Okay, don't forget that. Go watch the bloopers. I spent a lot of time putting the bloopers in as well. What do you guys have to say right now in the chat? Okay, we have okay, rankings don't mean nothing. They definitely don't mean nothing. You know, we have teams like Italy ranked very high, not at the World Cup. We have USA not at the World Cup. Excuse me. You know, so rankings don't mean nothing. They ain't mean nothing at all. So I just put them in there for fun. Let's move on to the next fixture. I have to wrap this stream up Okay, Nigeria versus Serbia. I predicted a 0-0 for this one. 0-0, and I think they got beaten. I think Nigeria got beaten, if I can remember. Nigeria versus Serbia. Okay, 2-0. 2-0. A brace by Mitrovic. Okay, sank the Super Eagles, who are in Group D with Argentina heavyweights, two-time world champions in 1978 and 1986. They were runners-up in 1990. They were runners-up in 2014. So, big team. They were runners-up in 1930, the inaugural World Cup. Big team, okay? So, you can't take your eyes off Argentina. Nigeria, they have been grouped with Argentina on numerous occasions. So, they probably fed up, they're wary of Argentina. But, it's reality. It's what they have to put up with at the World Cup. They also have Croatia. They also have Iceland. Not easy matchups at all. Nigeria, you have it tough. You have it tough. It's a hard group to predict. Really hard group to predict. But I've already knocked Croatia out of that group. I think Croatia will flop again. Sorry, Croatians. Don't have anything against, but it just seemed like every time they come together as a unit, such a brilliant lineup, they can't perform. I don't know if it's the manager, the strategies or whatnot, or if the players fight amongst each other. I don't know what happens, but since 1998, Croatia has flopped out at the group stages every time. Every time, okay? I think they didn't even qualify for the 2010 World Cup. So, enough about Croatia. We're talking about Serbia. All right, Serbia, I predicted a 0-0 draw. 0-0 draw. The first match, let me see something. Serbia, let me go back. Serbia, they were defeated by Morocco in their first game. So this is a really good result, really good confident booster for the Serbian team. I like the look of Serbia. It doesn't mean that I think Serbia is going to make it to the round of 16. I'm just saying I like the players like Adam Jajic and Dusan Tadic. I like Nemanja Matic, Kolarov, Ivanovic. These guys I really like. Matija Nastasic, former Man City man. But I like the look of the team, and they can be very dangerous with guys like Matic, who can spring a bullet from outside the box. Kolarov, who has a really deadly free kick on him. And, as you can see in this game, Mitrovic, Dusan Tadic is really good as well. And Adam Jajic. Don't take your eyes off these guys, man. Don't take your eyes off them. Really good win versus Nigeria, who had Alex Iwobi, Ahmed Musa, Victor Moses, who play in an attacking role today. We had Jean-Obi Mikel, Onazi, and Didi. The recognizable names in the squad. They were beaten. The stats for this match. Do I have any stats? I really not see no stats on this. Anyways, let's skip the stats. Let's skip the stats. But not a good result for Nigeria at all, man. Definitely not a good result in their first match. Did I talk about their first match already? Let me see something. Poland versus Nigeria. They defeated Poland. So many fixtures. I can't remember exactly who they played and what was the result. But good result for Nigeria versus Poland there. Poland is a big team, so definitely. I don't think I talked about the first matches like in depth, like how I'm going in depth with these ones right now. But we will do another live stream to talk more about, we will do more live stream in the future. There's actually 78 episodes left in this series, I haven't done any other type of content for the past week. It's all World Cup. All World Cup. A lot of you guys ask for World Cup material. Here is it. I'm throwing it in your face, okay? I'm throwing it in your face. Say thank you. Okay, Nigeria versus Serbia. Good result for Serbia. Confident booster going into the World Cup. You know, the squad looks pretty solid. And do you think they can compete in that group? Do you think so? I think they are dark horses of that group. Dark horses. Okay. Next fixture I would like to talk about. Portugal versus Netherlands. I actually did a whole video on that yesterday. That was a yesterday match. Portugal versus Netherlands. They got beaten. They got beaten real bad. 3-0. 3-0, was it right? 3-0. I actually predicted a 1-0 win for Portugal. I don't know why I did that, but I'm really writing off the Netherlands right now. For real, I'm really disappointed with them, and I wrote them off big time. But they sprung a surprise, and I must give them, props for that. Really good props for that. We had goals by Memphis Depay, the former Man United man. He moved there when Van Gaal was in charge of Man United, and now he's playing for Olympique Lyon in the French league, and he's doing really well. And we had a 32nd minute goal by Ryan Babel. You saw how that ball just skid off his shine head past that goalkeeper Anthony Lopez. I was like, wow, what a goal. What a goal. And then Virgil van Dijk, most expensive defender in the world, he put another one past Anthony Lopez to make it 3-0. Portugal, they were awful. They were awful in the game. Someone commented saying they had good opportunities in the second half. They were much better or whatnot. The score doesn't lie. 0-0. Okay? 3-0. All right? So, really good result for the Netherlands. They will be looking towards the next Euros, which will be Euro 20. And they will be looking towards World Cup 2022 as well. I think they will I think they should. They should make it. They definitely should. They could have made it to this World Cup, but they just fell short. Just fell short. If we actually want to dive in, let me see something real quick. Real quick. If we actually want to dive into that again, hear how close they were. They were grouped in the Group A of UEFA qualifiers with France, Sweden, Bulgaria, Luxembourg, and Belarus. Not a very easy group at all. France, they came out top of that group with 23 points, 1 loss. And Sweden, they came in second, only on goal difference. And guys, could you remember that the Netherlands defeated Sweden in that final match? They defeated them in that final match, and they needed they needed to beat them by a big margin, and they did really well. I can't remember what the scoreline was in the match, but they ended level in points, and you know the rest. Sweden went on to defeat Italy in the playoffs. I don't know if the Netherlands could have done it. Maybe they could have with the Italian. Italy has been terrible, so that's how Netherlands missed out on the World Cup. So really awesome job defeating Portugal. I did a whole video on Portugal. So if you want to know more about what I think, just check the previous episode and you would hear my thoughts on that. In that video also, I want to address a small thing. I made a small mistake. I made a mistake sometimes during the videos, guys. I make mistakes. I'm human. And I said I predicted a 2-2 win for Portugal. I meant a 2-2 draw. It's obvious, a 2-2 draw. Someone commented on that. Why would you comment? Why would you comment on that? I made a whole video and you chose to talk about that. That's the only thing you mentioned. I don't like stuff like that. I must be honest with you. I don't like stuff like that. All right, let's move on to the next fixture anyways, man. Before I get a little pissed off right now. The next fixture. Let me see what I would like to talk about. Let me see something. Okay. So the match Tunisia versus Costa Rica, guys. Tunisia, they are in Group G. And Costa Rica, they are in Group E. I predicted a 1-0 win for Tunisia, and it ended just so. It ended just so. We had a goal by Wabi Kazri, and I think he's one of the best players from the Tunisian team. So look out for Tunisia at the World Cup, guys. Do not take your eyes off Tunisia. Don't take your eyes off Tunisia. I have not spoken too much about them, you know, in terms of if they will advance or if they will get knocked out. But they defeated Costa Rica, who have lost. Let me see. Costa Rica versus Scotland. They won their first match. They won their first match versus Scotland. So I was wrong. I did not go into detail. So that's why I can't remember that fixture. Costa Rica versus Scotland. They had a 1-0 win. We had Urania scoring a goal in the 14th minute. They defeated Scotland. So pretty good result for them. But maybe their defense is really good because they only let in 1 goal in the 2 matches. So pretty good for Costa Rica. Pretty good. But they are not in an easy group at all. Definitely not an easy group. They have Brazil. They have Serbia to contest with in that group. Let me see. Tunisia's squad. As you guys should know, Tunisia, they are in Group G alongside Belgium, England, and Panama. Could Tunisia get out the group? What do you guys think? What do you guys think, man? Could Tunisia get out of Group G? I have to start remembering the second set of groups from E to G. I really can't remember. It's 32 teams. I know from A to D out the top of my head. I'm now getting to be familiar with Group H. But E, F, and G, it's kind of tricky. It's kind of tricky, man. It's really tricky. And I have it written down in my book so many times, but it's really tricky. So, Group E, we have Brazil, Switzerland, Costa Rica, and Serbia in that group. That's not an easy group, but Costa Rica, they got out of their group, which was a tough group at the 2014 World Cup. I think there were 2 big teams in that group. There were England in that group. Was Italy in that group as well? So, Costa Rica, they can shock again. They can definitely shock again. Okay, if England pulls and England move, then yeah, I can see Tunisia moving out the groups. That's the same thing I was thinking about. England is in the group. Anything can definitely happen. Belgium, well, only how they won't get out the group is this flop seriously. Like they have a meltdown. They're fighting in the squad. The coach just messes up. Don't know who to play, squad selection problems and, team selection problems and all of that. But otherwise, I can see Belgium getting out of that group pretty easy. So any matches I have not talked about, let me see if the Peru matches, Peru-Iceland is finished. It should be done. Okay, we are in the 77th minute of that match. Peru is up 3-1 versus Iceland. Iceland, man, I was putting my money on Iceland, but I think I'm starting to take my money back. You know what I mean? Because I really don't know what's going on with them. They lost to Mexico, and now they're losing to Peru. So two very good warm-up matches. 3-0 loss versus Mexico, and now they're losing to Peru. I predicted a 1-1 draw, and it's now 3. We had Farfan scored, Tapia scored, and Rui Diaz scored. So Iceland, you need to get your act together. Gylfi Sigurdsson is injured. I think they're missing him a lot. They're missing him big time. So that's it for that game. The Poland versus Korea match. Is that match being played tomorrow or is it played today? I really don't know. Okay, that match was played today. Let me talk about that game. Poland versus Korea. It seems like that was a really good game. Poland. Let me find that match, guys. Poland versus. Why is this thing not? Oh my God. 1 second, guys. Poland 3, South Korea 2. Wow. I actually predicted a 2-0 win for Poland, so I got the win correct. But here it is. Here it is. Here it is. Here it is. This is good. This one is good. We had a 32nd minute goal by Robert Lewandowski. Then Grozicki scored in the 45th minute. So we had 2 first half goals. Poland were cruising. They were cruising. And then in the 85th minute, Lee scored 1. And then Huang scored in the 87th minute to equalize. So it was 2-2. But in the 2nd minute of injury time, Zielinski scored another one to win the match for Poland. So, oh, Poland, man, what's going on? Lost that first match versus Nigeria. And now you almost threw away a 2-0 lead. So looking quite suspect, Poland. Looking suspect. What do you guys expect from Poland at the World Cup? You know, what do you expect from South Korea? I'm definitely, I eliminated South Korea already. But as I said again, I want them to prove me wrong. Definitely want them to prove me wrong. They are in Group F with Germany, Mexico, and Sweden. So pretty tough group. Possible group of death also. Germany, Mexico, Sweden. Tough group. Sweden has a really good World Cup history. They have made it to the finals, 1958. They made it to semifinals, 1994. And maybe they have a few other good performances in between that I can't remember right now. But Sweden, they knocked Italy out. Remember, in qualifiers. So remember that. Really, really good lineup there. The next, Poland. Group H, Senegal, Colombia, and Japan. Not the strongest group at the World Cup. So they should make it out. Definitely should make it out of that group. But anything could happen, as we all know. Anything could happen. Some big teams are going to flop at the World Cup. You know, every World Cup, we see some big teams. Maybe one World Cup we didn't see. I think the 2010 World Cup, I think. One of those World Cups, we didn't see any big European teams flopping out. But last World Cup, we definitely did. We definitely did. Okay, let's move on to the next fixture. We saw Poland defeating Korea 3-0. Sweden, the next fixture, I seen this. Sweden versus Romania. I predicted a 2-0 win. I think Romania defeated them 1-0. So they lost that match. And I think they definitely lost both games in this current international break. So not good at all. Not good at all from Sweden. I think I may have, did I mix up Sweden and Poland just now? I really can't remember. But maybe how I was talking about the groups and all of that stuff and how they, you know, I think I did mix them up, right? I think I did. But anyways, I was actually talking about their World Cup history anyway. But Poland, Korea, Romania versus Sweden. Romania won that match 1-0. You know, Romania did not qualify for the World Cup. So any more fixtures? We have the England versus Italy as well to talk about. A lot of fixtures to talk about. Getting me a little confused here. You see, when I go back talking about little history and stuff, I get off track with that. Okay, England versus Italy. England versus Italy. That match ended 1-1. I knew the result. I just needed to bring up the thing. We had Jamie Vardy scoring, but let's go into the match a little. We had 52% possession by Italy, 48 by England, 12 shots off by England, 9 by Italy. You know, Italy, 2 shots on target. England, 6 shots. So Italy, not too good in terms of getting those shots on target at all. But England scored first in the 26 minutes via Jamie Vardy, the Leicester City man. And then Italy almost lost it, but they had a late penalty that was dispatched by Lorenzo Insigne, the Napoli man. So let's talk a little about England and not Italy. We spoke about Italy a lot. They will not be at the World Cup, so they do not deserve the attention right now. They will have to be in like World Cup 2022 discussions. So England, they had a 4-1-4-2 formation. The one being one player just above the defense. We had Walker, Stones, and Tarkowski in the defense. We had so basically Walker played as a center half today. Oh, pretty interesting. We had Kieran Trippier and Jesse Lingard playing on the wings. So that's interesting as well. We had Oxlade-Chamberlain and Ashley Young playing in the middle. That's pretty weird. I would have expected maybe Ashley Young over on, or maybe the guys just interchanged thing. It's just what's on lineup. We had Raheem Sterling and Jamie Vardy up front. So no Rashford in this one. I think he played in the last game. But the England squad is not looking too bad, but there's something bothering me about this England squad without Harry Kane, though. I think they can do good, but it's a tricky thing to predict England's games, you know. Very, very tricky. World Cup winner in 1966, never made it back to a final since then. I don't think they even made it to the semifinals or maybe a quarterfinal. I can't remember, but maybe not. But, you know, England, and, you know, whoa, I really don't want to, you know, it's a hard prediction. It's a hard call to make to eliminate England, but who knows? I just might make it. They might just be one of the big teams that I'll eliminate in the group stage, at the group stages. So Italy, not a good showing after missing out on World Cup qualification, losing 1-1 versus England. Not good enough to convince us that there's change and there's progress within the Italian team. But any more fixtures? We have Morocco versus Uzbekistan. I predicted a 1-0 win for Morocco. Let me see how that game ended. Okay, Morocco versus Uzbekistan. They won that match 2-0. So really, really good job right there by Morocco. Let me try to find their other fixture. They played Serbia and they defeated Serbia 2-1. So two good results for the Moroccan team, who will be in Group B alongside Spain, Portugal, and Iran. So Morocco, oh, they qualified for the World Cup without conceding a single goal. So could we see something special from them? We just have to wait and see. We had goal by El Kabi and the Costa. Did he immigrate to that country? Because the Costa is definitely not a Moroccan name. But pretty good result for Morocco. Guys, did I miss any fixtures? If I did, let me know in the comment section. Renard is an awesome coach. Yeah, Renard, man. If you have a man like that coaching your team, he looks like a model. You must do good. You must do good. Could he get them to the round of 16? Maybe. Who knows? Just wait for my prediction. Let me scan through my my list of fixtures. I talk about Denmark, Chile. Did I talk about Denmark, Chile? I did not talk about. Yes, I did. I think I did. Did I talk about Denmark, Chile? Tahiti for World Cup 2026. Possible. Do not write off Tahiti. I did talk about Denmark versus Chile, I think. Yeah. Switzerland, Panama. I didn't make a prediction for the Switzerland, Panama though. But Switzerland defeated them 6-0. Iran, Algeria, Belgium versus Saudi Arabia, Morocco, Uzbekistan. Okay. I think I spoke about most of these fixtures. Yes, I did. One fixture I did not speak about, guys, and the fixture that we forgetting is the China Cup. Uruguay, I think, won the China Cup versus Wales. Let's talk about the Uruguayan squad. Again, they will be in Group A alongside Egypt, Russia, and Saudi Arabia. So they defeated Wales. They defeated Wales 1-0. After defeating Czech Republic 2-0. So they had two matches. They won both their matches. And they won the final versus Wales. After Wales decimated China 6-0. So we had 1 goal by Edinson Cavani. So pretty good job by the PSG man. He also scored in the first match. So he adds 2 goals to his international goal tally. So those 2 guys, you have to look out for them at the World Cup, man. Cavani and Luis Suarez. Deadly pair. And I really like how, let me take a look at the lineups again before I talk about that. Yes, I was correct. I really like the fact that the both of them are playing up top. Like, of course, you have 2 deadly strikers. Play them. Play both of them. And that's what I like about this lineup. We have Bentancur, the up-and-coming Juventus man. He is highly rated. The defense is rock solid with Jimenez and Diego Godin in there. Oh, I'm telling you, man. Look out for Uruguay. Look out for Uruguay. I'm not even going to go too much into this, but we need to look out for Uruguay. Could they flop, though? Could they flop? Quite possible. Quite possible, but I don't think so. I don't think so. I'm backing them. I'm backing them. Let's just hope that Luis Suarez does not bite anyone at this World Cup. Let's hope it does not happen. He, like what is wrong with this guy? 2010, he stopped Ghana from getting to the semis. You know, he slapped the ball out the net. He got sent off, and when they missed the penalty, he was celebrating like a madman. And then, was it the 2014 World Cup when he bit Chiellini? So something's wrong with the guy. You know, 2018 World Cup. What stupidness will he do? Let's just wait and see. Let's just wait and see. Okay. Now, I think the floor is open for a quick Q&A before I end the 1.5 hour stream. If you haven't smashed the thumbs up button as yet, guys, smash it. Get the video to 30 thumbs up. It's almost at 30. It's currently at 27. And don't forget, you can donate via Super Chat. We had Adnan donating today, and I think Mandio donated today. So that was pretty awesome. I really appreciate you guys doing that. I'm noticing that I'm getting super chats, you know, every live stream I do these days. It was $1, $2. You know, today I had $5 and $2. That's awesome. Very awesome, you know, for you guys to donate to the channel like that. I don't make a lot of money on the channel. I make maybe $50 to $100 a month on the channel. If you didn't know, you require a lot of views in order to make money on your channel. A lot of views. You're talking about 100,000 views in order to make $100 plus on a video, according to, you know. So it just requires hard work on YouTube in order to get to that point where you're making money. So hard work brings you success. So anyways, any questions for you guys right now? What are your thoughts on all these fixtures? We just, you know, what are your thoughts? If any fixture stood out, something you would like to add, let me know in the chat. You know, remember, I worked for 12 hours today. It's now 10 p.m. my time, and I'm going to go very soon. I haven't even showered yet. I have to eat. I want to play a little FIFA. You know, I want to hang out with my wife over there. What's up? Why? You know, so what's the questions? Okay. Sampoli out, says Manuel Tapia. I don't think it's too early to call. It's too early to call. If they get knocked out at the group stages, then Sampoli definitely out the door. Definitely out the door. Who will be the next manager if he gets kicked out? Maybe Diego Simeone. Anyways, who you think will win the Asian Cup in 2019? To be honest, Danny Refi, I cannot predict that one because I really haven't been following the Asian Cup at all. I haven't been. So it would be unfair of me to make a prediction right now. I will have to basically go and do some research and, you know, and then I will get a better idea who I think, you know, look at the younger players, look at who would still be around and all that kind of stuff. It's too early for that one. Too early for that one. Materazzi. Oh, I don't know. I really don't know. I would like to see Diego Simeone coach that team, man. Really, really would like to see him. Not Diego Maradona again. Simeone. Will the youngsters for USA help them get back to the World Cup in 2022? Well, we hope so. We hope so. That's my answer to that question. We hope so. You know what I mean? Iran versus Japan will be the final. Oh, you're talking about the 2019. There's a prediction for you, Daniel Refi. Iran versus Japan for the final of the Asian Cup 2019. Okay. Questions, guys. Will Venezuela make Qatar 2022? I actually predicted them to make it. Do you know why? The under-20 squad is brilliant. It's really, really good. And I think they played some international fixtures. Okay, let's take a look at what Venezuela did in the current international break. Let's dive into that one. Venezuela football. Okay, I think their country is going through a little crisis and all of that and stuff, but those things don't really affect. They don't affect the team that much, you know. They don't really affect the team that much. It's taking me forever to bring up a damn. Okay. Venezuela. All right, guys. Give me 1 second. Let me find the Venezuela matches. I'm not finding anything right now. But anyways, I think they did play. They did play some fixtures. Did anybody they did not play? I thought I saw they play. Maybe they did. Maybe they didn't. But they I have the fixture from the World Cup qualifiers. Let me see the World Cup qualifiers. Their last fixture. I can't remember what their last fixture was, but it was actually a win for Venezuela, a very surprising win. Yes, it was versus Paraguay. They defeated them 1-0. 1-0. They had 0-0 versus Uruguay. They had 1-1 versus Argentina, 0-0 versus Colombia, 1-1 versus Ecuador. So Venezuela, they were pretty good. Pretty good. Pretty good. I think they will make it to World Cup 2022 and make their debut. Maybe that could make a very good video. Teams who I think will make their debut at World Cup 2022. Venezuela goes to the top of the list. Okay. Yeah, they are more baseball country. Yes, they play a lot of baseball there, but, you know, they have football is taking the limelight these days too. We have Solomon Rondon. He plays for Venezuela. We have Adalberto Peñaranda. He's a very, very good youngster. And they had the guy that used to play, Thomas Rincon, who used to play for Juventus, is from Venezuela as well. And they have a lot of really good youngsters coming up. That was at the Under-20 World Cup. They made it all the way to the finals of the Under-20 World Cup. Remember that? And that young team played versus Paraguay, defeated them in that final game. And I think Paraguay could have qualified for the World Cup if they had won that match too. So they're doing pretty good. They're doing pretty good. Any more questions, guys? I did not see Peru versus Iceland, if you're asking me. But I was following the game. I know it ended 3-1, as you guys just said. Really good result. It seems like Peru is going to do something at the World Cup. Group C is going to be really hard to predict. Oh, my God. People would say I'm crazy if I eliminate France. Then they would say I'm crazy if I eliminate Peru after what they're doing right now, you know. And the fact that they made their first World Cup in 36 years or so. So Peru, it's really tough. It's really tough with the Peru thing. But thank you everyone who have joined the stream tonight and who have, you know, stayed on the stream for the entire duration. I really appreciate it. For those of you guys who came on late, if you're new to the channel, you know, make sure you hit the subscribe button. It's the 22nd episode of my 100 days to the 2018 FIFA World Cup countdown. And I chose to do a live stream where I chat with you guys, do a little one-on-one basically. And it's fun. It's fun. I get to sit at the table, you know, talk to you guys. It's, you know, it's really, really nice. It's really, really nice. It's more up close and personal. And I know a lot of you guys enjoy the live streams, and I really enjoy them too. So if you're watching the replay to this and you're new, make sure you subscribe. If you haven't smashed the thumbs up button as yet, smash the thumbs up button. Let me know all your ideas in the comment section down below. Go check out all the other videos of the series. There are 21 other videos to check out that you can binge on, that you can watch and enjoy. I think I'm probably the only one doing a 100-day countdown apart from FIFA. You know, maybe I'm the only one doing it. It's a lot of hard work, and I really will appreciate if you guys share the playlist on your Twitter, share the videos on Facebook and stuff like that. Help spread the videos, help the channel grow as well. So guys, thanks for watching today's live stream, and until episode 23, which will be tomorrow, a video every day until the World Cup, I would like to say thanks for watching, thanks for coming again, and peace out.